Professor Black Ops, you see it. Let's get it. AT&T says leaked data of 70 million people is not from its systems. Let's see what's going on with AT&T. AT&T said a massive trove of data impacting 71 million people did not originate from its systems after a hacker leaked it on a cybercrime forum and claimed it was stolen in a 2021 breach of the company. While Bleeping Computer has not been able to confirm the legitimacy of all the data in the database, we have confirmed some of the entries are accurate, including those whose data is not publicly accessible for scraping. The data is from alleged 2021 AT&T data breach that a threat actor known as ShinyHunter attempted attempted to sell on a RaidForum data theft forum for a starting price of $200,000 and incremental offers of 30,000. The hacker stated they would sell it immediately for $1 million. AT&T told Bleeping Computer that the data did not originate from them and that the systems were not breached. Based on our investigation today, the system that appeared in an internet chat room does not appear to have come from our systems. When we told Shiny Hunter that AT&T said the data did not originate from them, they replied, "I don't care if they don't admit it. I'm just selling it." AT&T continues to tell Bleeping Computer today that there's still no evidence of a breach in their systems and still believe the data did not originate from them. Bleeping Computer asked AT&T if it was possible the data came from a third-party service provider or vendor, but has not received a response at this time. Alleged AT&T data leaked 2 years later. Today, another threat actor known as Major Nelson leaked data from the alleged 2021 data breach for free on a hacker forum, claiming it was the data Shiny had an attempt to sell in 2021. The data include names, address, mobile phone numbers, encrypted date of birth, encrypted social security numbers, and other internal information. However, the threat actors have decrypted the birth dates and social security numbers and added them to another file in the leak, making those accessible. Bleeping Computers have reviewed the data, and while we cannot confirm that all 73 million lines are accurate, we verified some of the data contains correct information, including social security numbers, address, date of birth, and phone numbers. This was done by confirming the leaked data with people I know who were impacted and verified many of the listed users have online AT&T accounts. Furthermore, other cybersecurity researchers, such as Dark Web Informer, who first told Bleeping Computer about the leak in VX Underground, has also confirmed some of the data to be accurate. At the same time, Bleeping Computer could not find data from people known to be AT&T customers in 2021 or earlier. However, this would not be unusual as the total mobile customer database at the end of 2021 was 201.8 million users, meaning that if the data dump is legitimate, it's only a partial dump. At this point, it's a mystery where the data came from. Still, regardless of where it originated, all signs point to the data of AT&T customers. Therefore, if you were an AT&T customer before and through 2021, it's safer to assume that your data is exposed and can be used to target attacks, including SMS, email, phishing, and SIM swap attacks. If you receive any SMS, text, or phishing emails claiming to be from AT&T, be very careful about providing information. Instead, contact AT&T directly to confirm that attempted to contact you. Once again, AT&T said leaked data of 70 million people is not from its systems. So let's talk about breach notification and data notification. The first one, let's switch over, is from the SEC. So if you look at the middle there, I'll make it a little bigger. The SEC has new rules, and we can just touch on it real quick. New rules require registrants to disclose on the new items. This, of course, if you're a publicly owned company. Any cybersecurity incidents that determine to be material and to describe material aspects of the incident nature, scope, and timing, as well material impact, meaning that the hack's going to cost you some money. because most hacks going to cost you at least a couple $1,000,000. Reasonable like material impact, an item 1.5 Form AK was generally due 4 business days after the registrant determines that the cybersecurity incident is material. Meaning if it's going to hit your bottom line, it's going to cost you some money, which most of them do. You got to report there 4 days to the, once again, the SEC. The disclosure may be delayed if the United States Attorney General determines that the immediate disclosure would pose a substantial risk to national security or public safety, notifies the commission of such determination in writing. Right. So once again, if you got a material breach, which that would be for that size, you would have to let the SEC know. And to the other part of that is if any accessing, identifying, managing material risk for cybersecurity, as well as material effects or reasonably likely material effects of the risk from cybersecurity threats and cybersecurity incidents. Right. So you got to show the SEC that you have a cybersecurity program, or you're probably going to be fine, which I think that law was a long time coming. So let's switch over to is most people know I'm from Indiana. Most states now have their own breach notification. So let's peek at Indiana's breach notification real quick. Once again, let me make that bigger for me and the old people in the back. Let's see, is that getting, oh, I'm making the wrong thing bigger. So let's get to here. So you sent an Indiana admin's breach notification. This is from March 2022. We're just gonna jump to the good part. HB 1351 narrows the timeline for required breach notification. Require entities to make required notification without unreasonable delay, but no more than 45 days after the discovery of a breach. So that's why you see a lot of cybersecurity teams be real careful. You never see breach in an email until the CISO or the CIO or the CEO declares it a breach. You hear people call event or incidents, right? Because once you say it's a breach, that's actually a legal term, and now you have to start doing notifications like this. So anyhow, it says with you after breach notification, you got 45 days to get that notification out. And you see some of the data terms and data classifications at the bottom. Unauthorized access to PII, unauthorized acquisition, unauthorized access or acquisition to PII, or unauthorized access or acquisition of PII. Right. So, and each state quantifies PII a little differently. Right. So if you're doing business in multiple states nationwide, a lot of companies are struggling cybersecurity with the privacy, getting all those notifications down and in effect too. So let's talk real quick about usually when something like this happens, somebody got to your database. They exfiltrated, meaning they pulled all the data out, or they just really stole your database, right? So one of the quick things, and we just talk about it at a high level, is encrypting your database at rest. Let's just look at a quick diagram. So you see KMS is your keys. DynamoDB is AWS. Everybody know I'm an AWS guy. So you see generate your keys. You got your table keys, your data encryption keys, your database at the bottom. So somebody stole your database, straight just stole it. If they didn't have your KMS keys with your encryption key, they wouldn't be able to read your database. They could try to brute force it, run multiplications, but if you have a 2048 key and your database and your tables encrypted, if somebody just stole your database, it'd be super hard to unencrypt it, right? So just a quick article. Just want to touch on some of the technology since since YouTube got on PBO. They said I got to add more value to my videos so I won't get in trouble. Once again, AT&T said the leaked data to 70 million people was not from them. So come on, AT&T or whoever got their data stolen, we need to tighten that up. Let's be safe in these cybersecurity streets. Once again, Professor Black Ops, please subscribe.